Boy, some chicken wings had really hit the spot. You sure it's closed?
Let me check. Yep, it's closed.
Okay, I'll just have a sugar packet or two.
Let me tell you why I suck. Let's say he's even remotely interested. Well, then I get all excited. I'm like, Jojo, the idiot circus boy with a pretty new pet. I love you.
So I stroke it and I massage it.
You're naughty. I take my naughty pet and I go. Oh, I killed it!
Yo, do you remember this guy?
The athletes that are just kind of setting the pace, letting themselves hang out. But you know what?
Joe Scali emerging to the cheers of this crowd to be the first man to the pull-up rig.
This is the individual who, for some reason, it's burned into my head that he finished the first mile in Murph in 2015 at the CrossFit Games first. You know, you gotta do a mile in and a mile out. It's usually the general consensus that whoever does that opening mile quickest is going to not have the overall best time. I'm sure that's not set in stone, and he very well may have even known that, but it's the CrossFit Games, you're excited, and he finished it in something like 5.5 minutes, which is really quick with a vest, especially when you've got all the work to follow, but that's not what we're talking about today. And actually, this has already been covered on the barbell spin. This individual, who now we know for sure has already been to the CrossFit Games, isn't going back, and it's because it's CrossFit's fault. And there's certain things that just, they hurt my freaking head. I just don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. And what are you talking about, Andrew? Every opportunity that I've ever had to talk about it, I think that it makes absolutely no sense. It's completely idiotic for you to be running a worldwide competition where you are now involving multiple people. A perfect example of that is the CrossFit Open. It says open right in the title. Everyone wants to do it, right? But then you've got floor plans, and then you have things that require you to have multiple people. You need to have the athlete, check. You need to have the judge, check. You need to have somebody that isn't the judge to change your weights. That's 3 people to do one workout. I'm talking about the third one with the snatches, the ascending bars, right?
My head's about to explode.
The only way that you're going to have a fair score that is comparable amongst the entire field of people is if you have those 3 working pieces. That is, of course, after week 2, where you need to have 25 feet taped off, measured, the entire shebang, as well as week 1, where you have to have every different piece of equipment, as well as the locations of that equipment lined up. And all of a sudden, the open doesn't sound so open any longer. But we're talking about the quarterfinals. This is a stage that sets up the age groups to qualify for the semifinals, which is, again, another online competition where all of this stuff is going to happen again. Joe Scali fell victim to a rule. And that rule is that you cannot have anybody touch the equipment. But that is only the case on this one workout right here. The workout's the open workout from 2015, 27, 21, 15, 9 calories on the rower and 95-pound thrusters for the men. It was 65 for the women, but Joe is a man.
Is that what you think? You think?
So we did 95. And as he was getting onto the rower, the barbell left that little box that it's got to remain in. There's nothing wrong with it leaving the box. However, there is a rule stating that if anybody touches or helps you with your equipment, that's not gonna fly. And he received a 5-second penalty. Again, credit to the barbell spin.
Watch this for a second. So you see, this is the last workout of the age group quarterfinals, and you see he just finished one of his thrusters. He's jumping back on the rower, and there it is right there. So somebody comes over and touches his barbell. You'll see that it's a certain distance away from the rower, and the rules state that nobody can touch your barbell or your equipment.
Pulled this information from the video that he made, but I have a little flair to mine. I'm really pissed. This is what I talk about. So now more people will know about it, and that's always good. And I'm gonna add a bit of information that I'm gonna think about from the CrossFit Open this year. Remember Roman Khrennikov, Patrick Vellner? Patrick Vellner puts up a video where he's rowing his butt off, and he does so after he had already tried to turn on the rowing monitor because he was playing by the rules. He didn't want to have anyone touch the rower for him, turn that screen on. There's a very real world where now he didn't win that workout overall worldwide because in Roman Krennikov's video, someone turns that screen on for him. Everyone says that it's a nothing burger, but in all reality, that couple of seconds right there where Patrick's not accumulating calories on the rower can be the reason that Roman took the W.
And go figure, I went to turn my monitor on and it didn't turn on. So I went over and tried to pull, and it actually doesn't turn on for about 10 seconds, which is super annoying. I think I get 5 pulls in before the lights turn on. And that kind of sucks. I probably should have just pulled a little lighter and not wasted so much energy, but that's the way it goes.
Why didn't Roman get a 5-second penalty there? Why? Because it was the open? Because no one's scores are being looked at right there? How in the hell does he not get a penalty there? 5 seconds, that's all. It's not a 15% penalty because no one is going to argue that this is going to be something that is going to be largely impactful on the performance of your workout. And that's evident when they give Joe Scali a 5-second penalty because a member walks on over to his barbell and moves it back a couple of inches into that square. The member didn't know what he was doing. Has no idea that it's an age group online qualifier. And CrossFit is supposed to be community driven. Where in the hell do you want Joe Scali to do this workout if not in a CrossFit affiliate where people by all means are just gonna be trying to help the dude out? What's he gonna do? He's gonna be rowing, the judge is gonna be trying to pay attention to everything that's going on because they don't want their heads ripped off on the internet, and someone's supposed to tell this random dude, get away from that barbell, don't touch it! Are you kidding me? This is what you want, right? Everyone be aware that Joe Scali is doing this workout, don't touch his crap, or else what? Or else he's gonna get a penalty and then he's not gonna qualify for the next stage. Well, by all means, don't get me wrong, if this is gonna be the case, that's okay. He gets a 5-second penalty, but so should have Roman in that open workout because someone touched his rowing monitor. That, from what I can see, is way more impactful on the overall outcome. Roman wouldn't have won. He wouldn't have. Vellner wouldn't have won. He would have. Get it? Right here. Did this help out Joe Scali? I don't think so at all.
Is that what you think? You think?
It's not calories difference like it was in the open. And here's how minuscule it was. Froning's thumbs versus Scali's bar maneuver. Barbell positioning of your thumbs is a brand new rule in this year's age group online quarterfinals. There was no rule stating that your thumbs have to be over or under or wherever on the bar. It just says that there has to be within this location. I believe it was the quarterfinals from last year where they had to do the other total. It said something like 44 inches for the men. Your hands can't touch or be outside of those tape lines on the bar. Cool, I get it. Butt can't leave the bench. CrossFit didn't hold that standard either, but I get it. That's realistic. No one anywhere ever has said that you have to wrap your thumbs around the bar. And I believe it was Froning himself who said this is a stupid rule, and I 100% agree. It's a stupid rule. Who decided to do that? Who writes these rules? Who at CrossFit has ever done a bench press with like, oh, I'm so mad. I feel so mad I'm gonna cry. Is that the testosterone? I'm getting my blood work done next month. We'll check that out. But I'm so upset because what's gonna happen is, hey, when you do your pull-ups, you gotta wrap your thumbs around the bar, and then what's gonna happen? They're gonna say it, and then they're not gonna abide by their own freaking rules. Are you kidding me?
You have derailed. Shut up, Richard. Forget it. I quit. I can't do this anymore.
Froning very clearly doesn't wrap his thumb around the bar. He deserves at least a 5-second penalty, right?
That Veronica Vaughn is one piece of ace.
If not a 15% major penalty, because that's what the going rate is, as he said. If you are going to play by a rule such as a bar maneuver, you have to also play by the same rule, which is a rowing touch screen or a where is your thumb on a barbell. You can't just look at it and give him a penalty and kick him out of the CrossFit games or semifinals, whatever freaking level they're going to next. He's not moving on because of it. He moved down 10 spots. Again, I took that from the barbell spin. He went down 10 spots because that 5 seconds on that workout in particular is extremely impactful. And then you're going to parallel that with the fact that where Froning currently sits, he wouldn't sit had he been given a penalty for where his thumbs were, so Scali would have picked up even more points, and he would have been inside the cut line. I want to put this all under the umbrella that this is exactly why CrossFit doesn't want the videos to be shown to everybody. We figured it out, or I did, right here, as I was thinking about this scenario.
No, you don't. Well, not me personally, but
the only reason we know about Froning's thumbs is because that video got 33,000 views on the Mayhem channel, and it probably made him like $100. 33,000 views, you get $100, cool.
no, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Money for Mayhem, they deserve it. That's a great workout, it's cool to watch. We like to watch Froning do stuff, but it's only because of all of that stuff that we saw where his thumbs were. Do I think that he should be penalized for it? I don't, because I also don't think that should have been a rule.
You can imagine what it'd be like if they did, right? Huh?
But because it was a rule, he deserves a penalty because he missed it. And so does everybody else.
Huh?
This isn't Froning specific. I don't want Froning to miss the freaking semifinals. I want Froning to go to the games. But I made the post about him because it is a rule. And everyone can see it. But if everyone saw everyone's videos, there would start to be the need for CrossFit to be more transparent about why it is they do things. And they're not.
Good, great,
grand, wonderful.
You can't let Froning go, you can't let Khrennikov go, and then penalize frickin' Scali. You can't do it. And if you're gonna do it, you have to tell everybody why.
No yelling on the bus.
Come out and say, hey, we put this thing in there, we're not penalizing anybody for where their thumbs go on the bench press. We didn't penalize Khrennikov because blah, but they're not telling us anything ever. And then you're also going to penalize the dude 5 seconds for something where in other workouts, it's okay. On this workout, you can have people help. On this workout, if you don't have people help, you're actually at a huge disadvantage. But wait, if on this workout, you have people help, you're good. If anyone moves your bar or even breathes on it, if anyone like brushes their hair over your dumbbell when you're doing the freaking first workout, 5% penalty. Well, why? Well, maybe there was dust in their hair and that was going to increase the grip on the dumbbell. We don't know. They moved it. They touched it. It didn't help him anywhere near as much as Khrennikov, and it's to the exact same extent as Froning. This is all completely eviscerated if they give Froning a 5% penalty, 10% penalty, something. And you can see on the leaderboard right now it still says 620, which is the same thing that it says on the YouTube channel. You can see from the open, Khrennikov, who had the overall win on that workout, he didn't get adjusted. He won his $2,023 because that's what you get when you... So, frick, I think they look at the open workouts, and if they did, that's an equipment adjustment. I'm losing my mind over here.
Can't do this anymore, man.
Losing it. Imagine being Joe Scali. It doesn't make any freaking sense. It doesn't make any sense. And they can give us a reason. The reason can be wrong. I don't care if the reason is wrong, but what is the reason? If you want to just say it's because you love Froning, say it's because you love Froning. And Khrennikov, I don't know, maybe you don't think you can read the instructions because he's freaking Russian? If you want to say that, say that. It's not going to make anyone happy, but at least you're giving us a reason. What's your reason? Is it because you don't have the manpower? That's what we assume. Own it. Tell us. But until then, you look like a bunch of fools. Fools. Idiots.
Idiot.
Andrew, good luck getting a credential to go to the semifinals and, I don't know, like watch everybody. Media pass? Yeah, right. They're stupid to not listen to me. That's all.
Is that what you think? You think?
Andrew Hiller, out.